In this episode, we're going to take a look at some random 80s toys from around the laundry room. So, stick around. Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name is Rob, and this month we are celebrating Anniversary April, because this is my 8th anniversary of YouTubing. And where's the time gone? I mean, that is just amazing that it's been that long. But anyway, I thought in a way to celebrate this anniversary, I had a bunch of crazy ideas, but I settled on using the month to, of course, do our tried and true monthly shows, like Forgotten Toys and things like that, but also using the opportunity to go back to different segments and shows that I haven't done in a while, or ones that I keep telling myself I need to do more of, but don't. This is an example of that. I always tell myself, don't focus on the new toys, go back and, start looking at more of your older collection, but for whatever reason, I just focus on my new purchases and haven't really spent the time going back and looking at, the 80s and 90s and what have you, parts of my collection. Anyway, enough of that. We're here to take a look at the toys, and these are random bags of just little knick-knack toys that I grabbed from my little cabinets here. And yeah, this is kind of like Fistful of Joes, but it's Fistful of 80s. So yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at the toys. Okay, folks, the first bag that I picked out has a couple interesting things here, and I'll lay them out. First, we have a Tang Lips. Now, the bottom says 1989 General Mills / Applause. So, I don't know if that was one of the ones that came with, I forget, cereal? Or was it Tang? I can't remember. But I don't know if it was one that came that way or one that you would pick up from like a card store that would usually have an Applause area. Now here's another one, and I think this is the one that was most likely from a cereal or what have you. I think it was cereal. Oh, sorry, I don't know. Like I said, these are random, so I didn't have a moment to research it at all. I'm just trying to go by memory. Now, this one actually says it's from 91, so I don't care. That's close enough. And it's from something that was in the 80s. And it's Cubby from the Gummy Bears. I always loved Gummy Bears, and Cubby, was kind of like that proxy for us as adventurous young men. Next, we have a Happy Meal toy. It says 1988, I believe, and it is Mac the Knight skateboarding. I don't think you can get any more 80s than that. I mean, Mac the Knight was pretty big for McDonald's. And, I mean, he rivaled the normal McDonald's crew. I mean, he should have hung out with them, even though he was the
suave, we're open late mascot. He could have still hung out with Ronald and all. Now this, I have a short story about, but this is my grumpy bear that I've had ever since I was a little kid. And I wanted a grumpy stuffed animal so badly. And I remember my grandparents were like, hey, remember that thing that you always said you wanted? We got it for you. And I remember because they were in Florida on vacation, and then when they came back, this is what they had. I'm appreciative. I mean, it's still a grumpy bear, but it just wasn't the same as getting the big plushie, which I still don't have one. Maybe one day I will track one down. But we have those 5 that was in the baggie. Nothing too exciting, but fun nonetheless. Let's put these guys over here. And grab a next bag. And this one's got, it looks like a little bit of everything in it. First off, we got some battle beasts. And mind you, off the top of my head, I don't know any of their names. These might be ones I've already covered before. I don't even know. But we have this rhino guy. Let's see what element he is. Looks like fire. Got a mace hand. Psh, psh. I love these. As you all know, I'm a big anthropomorphic animal fan, so these fit the bill. Here's this eagle guy. They got some stains on them, especially the white bits of some of these toys. Let's see what element he is. Fire as well. Got some paint coming off his beak there. And unfortunately, I don't have any of the weapons that they came with. I was lucky to find a whole bunch of them at a yard sale in the very early 90s. And I was so excited to find them. There's this spider guy. I was going to say dude and guy at the same time. But this spider guy. Wow, he's fire as well. Well, good thing these all 3 won't be fighting. They're on the same team. Now, here was a line I really wanted more of. But I don't even know how I got the few that I have. But guts. These are like little, you can get them in 3 packs or bigger packs, I think. And they all were kind of like a specialty. But I have 2 different ones here that would not be in the same pack together. So I can't even recall. I mean, I've had these since I was a kid, but I don't know how I came upon them. I mean, but look at the detail in that dude's face. I mean, that's pretty good for the size. I mean, this thing's tiny. And then to go along with that, they had the ninjas. And I think I got a ninja pack, and I traded some off, but I kept this guy, I believe. But he's got just like a metal rod here. He's just going to whack the crap out of somebody. Now, does anyone remember these from the Little People Farm? Yeah. This is the only little bit of my Little People farm that I have left. It's probably more 70s than 80s, but still part of my childhood. Next we have an army ant. Unfortunately, I did have all their gear. Whoa, something going on with him. I did have their weapons and backpacks and stuff, but over the years they've been lost. Got some kind of schmeg on them. But luckily most of them still have their little rubber butt. But this was another toy line I enjoyed. And I was given a whole bunch of them from a buddy that got them, but wasn't really interested in them. And like I said, I originally did have all their junk, but have lost it over time. And then this, I must have picked up somewhere along the line, but a little itty bitty Polly Pocket. It's amazing something that small is somewhat posable. Does it have a date on this? This says 93. So not necessarily 80s, but it was a line that was around in the 80s. Whoopsies. Well, she don't want to stand up. And the next thing is a toy line that I absolutely love. I still love to this day. And it's one that's making a comeback in a very pricey way, unfortunately. So I don't think I'll be able to take advantage of the revival, because I just don't see the sense in spending all that money when you could track down the old ones, hopefully, if you're lucky. But this is one that I had ever since I was a little kid. I forget the name of it. I think it's Manta. I still have the driver, just I don't have his mask. But look at that little steering wheel. There's a little... see if I can... you can see there's a sticker there where, you know, his dashboard. I mean, they went all out on the detail on these. Here's the inside of the one wing here. Do this. Oops. And then you got like thrusters. Hit this button here. Boom. And then the wheels would go up, and look. They would be little cannons. These wheels would go in, boom, boom, because then he would be on the water. Look, here's some blasters here. But he would shoot saw blades if you pull this bit back here. But I've lost those probably 40 years ago. Got a seatbelt here. Where's the seatbelt for the other side? Oh, it's down in there. It's the 80s. He didn't have to wear a seatbelt. But yeah, I always loved this. And as a kid, I only was able to have just a few M.A.S.K toys. And I loved every single one of them that I had. I still have various ones, but missing things and missing drivers or their masks or what have you. I only have one that's still complete. And that one's got a funny story, but that'll be for another day. I'm not 100% sure about the name, like I said, so I will correct myself in the editing process. But Kenner Parker Toys. Ooh, you can really see decades of schmeg on here from when I was a kid. 1986. So anyway, folks, that was just a look at 2 random bags that I grabbed out of my one little drawer here and this awesome M.A.S.K car. So anyway, back to me.
Okay, folks, back to me. Like I said, that was just a little random grab bag of little knicky-knack 80s toys that I have around the laundry room. A lot of them have some great memories, and it was really great to take a look at them because, I mean, they get delegated to different drawers and cabinets and stuff, and yeah, I don't want to say I forget about them, but I just don't have the time to play with them as much as I want to. So, thank you for allowing me an opportunity to play with them and take a look at them. So anyway, I just also want to point out in my defense, this was thrown together very last minute, so it's super late at night. Things have just been crazy here around the laundry room, so I'm just trying to fit in an episode where I can. So if anything's off, or if I am stupid and flubbed and messed up or what have you, please forgive me. It's super late at night, and yeah, enough of that. So thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everyone. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this or any of the episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you'll be notified whenever there's new episodes. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad and stay dorky.